My dreams never fell in too deep. Patient and longing to be. There's so much meaning to love. A passion you can't get enough. If life is like a parachute, I must land. I know I can be where you are. Easily to fall out of love when the spark was gone. You said it's fun. You hated me succeeding sometimes. You kept me sleeping alone. Someday rise. Only if you get it done. Had to change it all. I had to change it all. It all. Had to change it all. It all. I had to change it all. It all. I had to change it all. It all. So I had to change it all. It all. So I had to change it all. I'm terrified and loving it. No regrets to keep me up at night. Feel so alive and loving it. I'm too scared, so I finally learned to find left to cry for the fun of it. Now I finally see the light. Don't wanna waste a single minute. Now I finally have you, got you by my side. So let's hit the ground. Yeah, let's hit the ground. Yeah, let's hit the ground. Yeah, so let's hit the ground. Yeah, it's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life. Hit the ground. Yeah, so let's hit the ground. I gotta choose. I'm moving on my own. Making moves. You and I will never see. I always started to step in the dream. Before too far, it's to get up there and make mistakes. It's just to get away. and loving it. I no regrets to keep me up at night. I'm so alive and loving it. I do survive, so I finally learned to fight. Left to cry for the fun of it. Now I finally see the light. Don't wanna waste a single minute. Now I finally have you, got you by my side. So let's hit the ground. Yeah, let's hit the ground. Yeah, yeah, let's hit the ground. Yeah, so let's hit the ground. Yeah, it's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life. Hit the ground. Yeah, so let's hit the ground. Felt like I was stuck in chains. All this time with you, I took the pain. Knew that it was wrong to stay. So I told myself I'd walk away. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. I am It's like a battle every day, fighting as we watch our feelings fade. You always made it my mistake. Promise myself I'm not to blame. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you, I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. I am I'm heading down a dark road. Now that I've lost this, now I'm in pieces. I swear I never see you go. Thought it was real when you said forever.
Distance nerding.
What up, people? Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Young Phil, and we are getting ready for greatness, amazingness, all of the fun. First, before I start getting super ahead of myself, I have to introduce. I mean, what's better than a better half? I don't know. The person who really does make me better, and lately has been making the show better. Ladies and gentlemen, it's everyone's favorite Jack. It's young La Jackie.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Okay, there we go.
I don't think it's working.
No, it's working. I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right. Let's get this up here now. Ladies and gentlemen, got a couple of fun things that we're going to be doing here tonight. Number one, mainly, got the wrong thing here.
I didn't do anything.
That you didn't do anything. It wasn't you. First thing being that we are building the tumbler tonight from Batman. But number two, we are finishing this cakes versus pies bracket that we started last week. and we're gonna have a whole bunch of fun. Now, guys, do you love Jackie's hat as much as I do right now? that hat is just statements.
Well, that's what I'm here to make a statement.
Yeah, I know. Greg, you missed it last week, but Jackie, her debut was last week.
Yeah.
I support this decision. For those of you who are just joining now and weren't in the chat before, there's been a big debate on the Facebook chat about whether we should scrap the entire bracket and Peach Cobbler wins the whole thing because it wasn't in the bracket in the first place.
Oh my! It's an honorable mention.
It is an honorable mention. Guys, before I jump into all the craziness and whatnot, I've got to throw out all the sponsors, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, the stream, this channel, everything we do is brought to you by Poddex. Poddex are unique interview question and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you are a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience and get more engagement, you're going to want to check out poddex.com. Guys, go to poddex.com, put in the code nerding10, and you're going to get 10% off of anything you purchase on poddex.com. There's a lot of fun stuff on there. You have like the actual physical decks, or you can get the app like we have right here, which we're probably going to end up using because I think this bracket will probably end up going, won't go the entire show.
I have other brackets.
There's that too. So we could always bring up the other brackets. But that's what sponsors the show. Now, if you're wondering why I am so bubbly and have so much energy all the time, it's because if the show is powered by Poddex, then young Phil is powered by Dubby. Ladies and gentlemen, Dubby is a emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration reaction time with no jitters, no crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrins, no sugar, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about Dubby at dubby.gg. That is dubby.gg. And you put in the code nerding10 to get 10% off. Now, the flavor I'm going with today is Dub Sludge, one I just pulled up right now, and it is a Granny Smith apple, and it says secret sauce. Pretty sure it's cherry. Or the secret sauce is something completely different. I don't know. It could be anything. But I'm going to go ahead and mix some of this up real quick. And while we do that, in fear of summoning Jamez 5000, because it usually happens every time, we do need to do a recap of last week for anybody who wasn't there or who just needs a reminder. Oh, don't die, Jackie.
I'm getting
Dubby
dust.
The W is like flying in your throat.
I can taste it.
Does it taste like apple?
It tastes like something. So we're doing.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Sorry, my headphones are falling off.
No worries. We're gonna do a recap here of what how the bracket went last week.
Yeah. So the bracket from last week, we finished off the cake bracket. It went birthday cake versus fruit cake, angel food. Let's see if I can zoom in on this. There we go. Birthday cake versus fruit cake. Birthday cake won. Angel food versus pound. Angel food won. Coffee cake versus bundt cake. Coffee cake won. German chocolate cake versus funfetti. Funfetti won. Wedding cake versus pineapple upside down cake. Pineapple upside down cake won that. Red velvet cake versus coconut cake. I saw somewhere in there Greg would be taken out by coconut cake.
He doesn't like coconut.
Oh, you and my mom can be friends. I'll allow that. So yeah, red velvet cake versus coconut cake. Red velvet cake. Carrot cake versus black forest, which is apparently chocolate cake with cherries. Who would have thunk? But carrot cake did win that round. And then lastly, ice cream versus spice cake. We determined that spice cake was a mixture of like nutmeg, allspice, he's deathly allergic. Okay, well.
Oh, God, it would kill him.
Oh, no.
Holy crap.
What is that?
Huge. I don't know.
Oh, that looks, never mind. Anyway, so that's what we determined spice cake was. And then from there, it got narrowed down to.
God, That's the
Angel
instructions.
food cake versus coffee cake. Pineapple versus ice cream. Then the final, not the showcase showdown, but anyways, came down to angel food cake and ice cream cake, and ice cream cake did reign victorious. Thank you for that. And then, so now, those are heavy duty.
And you know this thing's gonna be huge.
Great. So now we did part of the pie bracket. We did end up choosing this bracket because when we were doing this, it was pie day. So we're finishing it tonight. Somebody called the instruction manual an instruction novel. Diana did.
I mean, it is. Look how thick this thing is. This is like a phone book. It almost makes me afraid of what I'm building.
So for the pie side, we had pecan or pecan, not sure which one it is, against banana cream pie. Banana cream pie won that one. The ever controversial peanut butter pie versus Boston cream pie. Boston cream pie did win that one.
Controversial because of your brother, Diana.
Oh, is that
that's
Aaron's
brother,
okay.
Sister?
Then pumpkin pie versus lemon meringue. Lemon meringue won that round. Then there was blueberry pie versus strawberry rhubarb pie, and strawberry rhubarb did win that one. Key lime pie versus sweet potato. I believe key lime did win that one. Then there was cheesecake versus brown sugar pie, which brown sugar pie is exactly what it sounds like. Cheesecake did win that one. And then and then cherry pie versus French silk. French silk did win that. And then grasshopper versus apple, and apple did win that. And now we are going to start from there in the bracket.
So just so you guys, I'm throwing this out here. So there's technically 11 bags for this whole kit, but number 1 has 4 bags. So this thing it's already going to be big.
How long do you think this is going to take you to?
This would take me at least a couple of weeks, maybe a month, with the amount of pieces this thing has.
Diana said that was the best recap.
I know, right?
James would be so happy.
He would be so proud.
Greg wants to know how many pieces.
This piece, 2,049.
All right. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Any what do they call it in business meetings? Any new business?
Any new business?
Any new business?
I don't think so. I think we're okay for now.
When's our next con?
Our next con, well, we usually pop that at the end, but the next con we're doing is in Idaho. Okay. On April 9th.
Idaho?
Exactly. Because Idaho. Oh, no.
Oh, no. What'd you drop? Oh, I don't know why. Okay. Oh, Greg. Thank you, Greg, for being you. Greg wants to know, do we have any pressing issues that we need to address?
No.
All right.
Anything that comes to mind to you?
No. So I guess we have no new business, no pressing issues. So we will get down to the brass tacks of the pie business.
We don't have like a gavel, huh? Because then you could just hit the gavel and say, all right, it's the end of this. There you go.
There we go.
There you go with the water bowl. That works.
All right. So Philippe did do some prep for me to make this a little bit easier for everybody. So the very first thing in the bracket we have is banana versus Boston cream pie. Banana versus Boston cream pie. So the way that we're going to be doing this voting is I am going to type it in the chat. Go ahead and vote. And then I will close out the voting by typing in the next topic, and only the only things, but the only, how would you say it? The Remember how I told you I was gonna count from now on? Only votes between the two categories will be counted.
There you go.
Um,
So that way there's no late or anything like that.
there's no late, and it's easier for Jackie to count.
Right. We will try and keep in mind, and that Facebook is a little delayed, or not Facebook. YouTube is a little delayed, so we will try our best not to exclude anybody on YouTube.
Yes. But I believe that this will be the fairest, most easiest way to, or else we'll just be here all day talking about pie.
Which, I mean, is not a bad thing.
Okay. So again, we have banana versus Boston cream pie. Phoenix is saying, so if Jamez is late, he doesn't count.
Exactly. There's no more of that late Jamez, like, oh no, I wasn't here. It's your fault, dude. Should have been here.
Dude.
You say dude too.
Diana is very offended
Bye.
that Boston cream pie is not a pie.
I mean, I guess I would say it's more of a cake.
Yes. But I'd never heard of Boston cream cake. It's Boston cream pie. So what else do we have? I don't know. I need help.
I think it's
I'm drowning.
No, you're fine. We'll start the voting here.
Well, they already started voting.
Okay.
We have so far 3 Boston creams. Or sorry. No, sorry. The B's are tripping me up. Let's see.
Well, which one do you prefer of the two?
Probably banana cream, specifically from Nations.
Banana cream from Nations is really good.
Again, that's because my grandpa used to bring it to Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. But then also I have to admit, there was several mornings I got up when I was a kid and got into my dad's truck to go to school in the morning, and there was oftentimes a half of cake, a half of a pie sitting on the front seat of his truck because he, in the middle of the night, would go to Nations and eat a whole pie. So there is that.
Banana cream is really good, but I also do like a good banana cream pie or Boston cream pie. That's what I mean.
Boston cream pie is like it's like a basically yeah.
And I really like eclairs, so
yeah. But yeah, I what's funny is with Nations pies, I can't say that, like, some people are just like, I probably even seem like I'm just like crazy about them, and I am, because I have like a lot of like traditional like memories about Nations pies, but I can't say that that's like, if I want a pie, I'm not like, oh, I want a Nations pie necessarily. Mm-hmm. But Nations, their cream pie crusts are like the best crust. So like just their cream pie crust. The other ones are not so good. All right. So I guess I should go ahead and close this one out. Okay. Let me get to counting. So let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna get this, guys. It's been a rough weekend for me. I'm not gonna. Oh no, Brenda posted a new video.
Oh God.
I'm
the distraction just came out.
I'm Brenda. There's this YouTube. Anybody have any YouTube like personalities other than us that they like any cooking shows or comedians that are exclusively like YouTube stars?
Did she put out another video about how to make?
No, she just
how to make
microwaved meatballs.
Microwave meatballs?
No, this one is homemade stuffed peppers.
Made the
Okay.
microwave.
So back into the chat. Greg Hicks was asking if Nations is a chain or if it's just local to Sacramento. There is one in Sacramento. I don't know of any other in Sacramento. Do you
More
know?
in the Bay Area.
It's more in the Bay Area. There's one in Sacramento by our house. But I actually heard
There's one in
that
Citrus Heights too.
I heard that the burgers weren't that good, and I say it's because they don't have the stank on them.
The burgers are okay. They're not like my. Oh, you know what I'm craving is a Nations burger.
Yeah.
Like I'll go to In-N-Out over Nations.
Yeah.
Which is a controversial subject on its own for anybody who is national.
My laptop died.
What?
My laptop died. You didn't plug it in.
Oh shit! I didn't. I'm an idiot because I didn't plug the jack in. Guys, I 100% apologize. You can hear Jackie still. You just can't see her.
No. Okay. Can I turn it? Oh, you plugged it in.
I just plugged it in.
It picks up where I left off.
So guys, I'm the one that was supposed to like set everything up ahead of time, you know, so everything was ready and whatnot. And I got everything set up. Like an idiot, I forgot to plug Jackie's laptop in, even though I put it in the right place.
It's not turning on. Killed it.
Not turning on. There it is.
Oh, and I have the stupidest look on my face. God.
Yay, you can't see it on the stream, so you're fine. Oh no, you can. Hold on.
My stupid face.
There we go. I just pulled it off right now, so you don't see it. You look. You're just like mid, like.
Hello, Tyler. Okay, am I back? Am I still derpy?
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Yay.
I forgot where I was at.
I mean, you're always derpy, but
oh, I'm not. I forgot where I was at and what story. What was I talking about? For you,
Nations. We were talking about Nations and In-N-Out.
I don't remember.
I'm sorry. I ruined your story.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't remember what it was. Anybody? Oh no, I think we asked people in the chat. I think I said. I can't remember. Does anybody remember what I was talking about before I was kicked off?
So rudely interrupted.
I was so rudely interrupted. I really can't remember.
Rudely interrupted by Philippe being an idiot and not charging my laptop.
Okay, let's see if. Oh, hello, Amy Rivas.
Hi, Amy.
We're doing the pie bracket right now. We're doing lemon meringue versus strawberry rhubarb, and I'm attempting to count the previous ones. Let's see. We were talking about nations. I can't remember.
Which Nations is something that those of you in North Carolina are not going to know.
Okay.
Huh.
Nations here would be the equivalent to Cookout in North Carolina. So that's a reference, so that way everybody in North Carolina, you guys can relate.
Not Waffle House?
No, Waffle House is more. Waffle House is a dirty spoon, so it's a little bit different.
Oh. We didn't go to a Waffle House when we were in Nashville. And everybody's freaking going to Nashville now. Oh, I was talking about you. I was talking about YouTube.
That's right, Brenda.
YouTube, like people that, like, what am I trying to say? People you watch on YouTube. Does anybody have any particular like YouTube channels that they like? Like I have a couple of them. My problem with people on YouTube is it's not that they sell out. They start to get really popular and start to get endorsed by things that either I would never use or cost so much I would never buy. So I stopped watching them because of that.
That's why I try to like anything that endorses us. I try to be like it's something that I would buy. Like I buy W.
Yeah.
I actually drink this stuff.
You and the neighbors should buy stock
I know, right?
in that company. Yeah, so anyways, but Brenda, she is one of my favorite ones is Brenda's Appalachian Cooking. That's where I get my saying, whatever you like as long as you like it, because that's what Brenda always says. But a couple months ago, Brenda released a recipe that she would, her heart would break if I said I was offended, but I haven't really been able to trust Brenda since she released her microwave meatball um recipe. She put raw meatballs in the microwave and cooked them for 15 minutes, and I can't forgive her. But
Cooking raw meat
for
in the
cooking
microwave.
raw meat in the microwave and saying
So
it was
gross.
delicious. I just can't. Yes, Greg. She made microwaved meatballs. Other than that, Brenda and David and sometimes Sadie are real fun people to hang out with. I think that's what I basically like about watching different YouTube channels. My doctor told me I was a voyeur, but in a good way. Um,
Is it a bad thing to be a voyeur?
I mean, some people can take the like wrong definition, not definition. Sometimes it could, I think it's only taken in one way sometimes, like in the naughty way. But a lot of times, like I spend a lot of time alone, and sometimes when you have YouTube channels that you can watch and just almost just like hang out with people, it can kind of not necessarily help your, I don't get lonely necessarily, like even when I lived by myself I didn't necessarily get lonely, but just to have something running in the background is what I like. So I like Brenda, and then there's this Clara does it's called depression cooking, and everybody thinks it's like depression cooking that you do when you're depressed, but that's oh
There he is. There he
oh
is.
I
All
was
right.
like, what's that noise?
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Now
we
the
have
party
another
is really gonna start.
right. The our other half guest person on here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this show is not as fun. Well, it is. It has been lately with Jackie, but I mean,
Anyway,
now it's twice as fun because we got Aaron Watson in the building, Agent Double A.
That was thank you for that intro. That was
MCO.
that's Amco. Jackie, lovely hat. I like your hat.
Thank you. I'm channeling Aaron Thick right now.
So anytime one of Zoe's favorite books, The Tiny Terrorist, she is it Go Dog Go? And there is a interaction between these two dogs throughout the book, and she's always wearing a funny hat, and she's like, "Do you like my hat? I do not like your hat. Good day, good day." And then finally towards the end of the book, she's like, "Do you like my hat? I love your hat." Zoe does it all the time. I'm wearing a hat.
That was like the
Cute.
most dad story I've ever heard you tell.
Dude.
Man. That is great.
She'll put just something on her head, and she'll come to me and be like, "Do you like my hat? I do not like your hat."
Yeah, I have a couple of hats, so I thought I would channel Aaron Thick and bring. I wore my ears last week.
Jackie,
I saw that.
BHE, that big hat energy.
Yeah, my
Big hat energy. That's a thing. Hashtag that.
Hashtag big hat energy.
Big hat energy. We need to copyright that so we can make some money off of it.
Yeah.
Somebody has to pay for all these Legos
Yeah, for real though.
and a wedding.
So Aaron,
and a wedding. Oh god.
well, don't worry, I got that covered so far.
All right.
So Aaron, so where we're at right now is we went through Boston versus banana. Your sister is highly offended that Boston cream pie is being considered a pie. She is saying is more than a cake.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it borderlines it. Depends on what part of the country, but I mean, it's Boston cream pie. Pie is in the name.
That's what I said.
I mean,
that's exactly what I said.
Okay. I mean, come on. And Boston cream pie is way better than banana cream pie. Banana cream pie is garbage. Vanilla pudding and bananas. Come on, that's not. You shouldn't put thought into that.
I love banana milkshakes.
That's good. That's good.
That's kind of like a banana cream pie.
As long as it's real bananas. I don't like banana flavored things.
No, absolutely not. There's a place up the road that does really good banana milkshakes. That
Especially
Philippe
vanilla milkshake with
Philippe
banana.
Philippe got like transported back to
Being a kid.
being a kid, and a core memory was unlocked.
Oh, you know what's funny is I mentioned it to my cousin, to Elsa, and she was like, "Oh, I've been there before." She was like, it's like Tia Valle's licuados, right?" And I was like, yeah, "Exactly."
Oh, I was thinking Leatherby's in off of Antelope and Sunrise.
No, it's called Granites. It's like in Rio Linda.
Oh,
I never heard of it.
I have not.
It's kind of like the only thing I want to say, it's like a red onion, but you probably don't know what red onion is.
I mean, I know what a red onion is.
No, it's a like a
restaurant in El
like a
Soprano.
diner counter, like burger joint in down the Bay Area. No, it's not just in El Sobrani. There's one in Pinole, there was one in El Cerrito, and there's
Pinole. Is it next to Pinole Bowl? That's
no, it's down the street. It's next to Pinole Valley.
Tyler in the chats. Welcome back. Yeah, hey man, I'm glad to be back. I can't do it all the time, but I do love being on here Monday nights.
So what we're doing now, so just for everybody that's listening, Boston cream pie did win that round.
Of course it did.
So it's going to go on to the next round. Right now we're doing a lemon meringue pie versus strawberry rhubarb.
Lemon.
I'm going lemon on this one too.
Okay.
I am a sucker for lemon flavored or lemon desserts. So like
It's that
lemon bars, even like coffee cakes that have like lemon filling or like whatever. Like, dude, lemon all day, hands down.
Like I said, like for me, it's that lemon cream, like that
Yeah.
or almost like that lemon jelly that they make.
It's so good.
Good, yeah.
So bad for you, but I don't care.
Oh yeah, it's pure sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna go ahead and close out lemon meringue and strawberry rhubarb.
Well, did anybody vote on it?
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Yeah,
Who
they
won?
did.
Lemon.
Lemon.
I was like overwhelming.
I need to double check, so I'm gonna go ahead and
discount double check.
All right.
Oh.
Discount double check.
So Diana is said, remember the lemon hostess pies?
Those were the best.
Let's remember all of them.
So I recently got a lemon hostess pie, and that's really what it just like really brought me back to. I was like, oh yeah, no, I remember how much I love these.
I'm glad that, you know, they went out of business. Hostess went out of business, and then a Chinese conglomerate bought them, brought it back. But they're just not the same. Different ingredients, smaller portions. But it's still delicious.
Is that what happened with Hostess?
Yeah, they went out of business, and then I want to say they were out of business for maybe not even 6 months. But
Yeah,
because it's an American staple, but shockingly that like a Chinese conglomerate bought the Hostess.
Right.
But you know, they weren't off of the shelves for long. But the donuts are different. You know, the little mini powder donuts, those are different, and they're just not the same. But you know what? I'll take something rather than nothing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. My dad used to pack those for me in my lunch. He used to pack the grossest lunches. Bless my poor late father's heart. He tried. He really did. He had no idea what to do with me. He used to pack me. Do you guys remember the Roman wheat bread?
No, never heard of it.
So it's just a brand. It's just like wheat bread with like a little Roman symbol on it. He always got that, and it would always. And it's like soft wheat bread, but it's like similar to white bread. It's just brown color. So he'd get that, and then he would send me to school with so it was that bread with mayo and a big old hunk of sharp cheddar cheese. And so and he'd always cut it
unhealthy.
He cut it in half, and then he would put a Hostess pie in there. And
it's not even 100% that it was the big old hunk of cheddar cheese. It's the way that Jackie said it. Like, a big old hunk of cheddar cheese. I'm like, that was great. Okay.
And then, but the thing is by the time it came to lunch, the mayonnaise would always be like really warm, and so I would a lot of times I would just eat the cheese and I would wipe all the mayonnaise off of it, and then I'd have my pie.
That's I'm not a fan of mayonnaise. Not a man. I'll eat it.
Mayonnaise.
What's
Not
that?
warm- I said not warm mayonnaise.
Oh God, no. I mean, there's some things you can't get, like a macaroni salad or potato salad, something like that. And if somebody makes me a sandwich and it has mayonnaise, I'm going to eat it, but it's like I'm not putting it on things purposely. My sister was chiming in on the chat wondering about the smaller portion donuts, and she thought it was just because she was older and they were smaller than she remembered. No, that's cost savings. That's what that is.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing this out there, Aaron, because you usually build stuff like this too. This tumbler, because I'm building the tumbler from Batman right now.
Yep.
This tumbler it's technically 11 bags.
Oh.
The number one was 4 separate large bags.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's huge, dude.
So since you're doing the Batmobile, did you see what they have at Target?
Which one? The new Batmobile?
They have the new Batmobile, and it has LED lights to light up underneath the engine in the front and back.
I've seen those. They're pretty
It's
dope.
$100.
Oh, it's only $100 for
only
both?
$100 for that one. I say only, but
and I looked at Jackie like, Jack.
It's $100.
Don't look at me. I'm poor.
Well,
No,
if you,
I have to ask for permission to buy stuff. So I'm like,
You
can
don't
I?
have to ask for permission just because I hold your credit card because you can't.
I do think that would be a good wedding gift on the registry.
Yes. We'll have to add that.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so wait.
Another car for me to build.
It's been a rough week in the budget department for me.
Okay, so what do we got? Key lime pie versus cheesecake?
Yes.
Man, this is a toss-up because I love both of these.
So do I. I lean more cheesecake. Cheesecake is one of my all-time favorite, I guess, pies.
Now, are we doing cheesecake with some sort of topping on it, or is it just straight New York style cheesecake? Plain.
Just plain.
Yeah.
Plain cheesecake versus key lime. Ooh.
I'm gonna have to go cheesecake. I don't like the key lime leaves like a weird taste in my mouth.
Man, I like key lime, but again, I go cheesecake on this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go cheesecake because key lime pie is really good, but it's not always good. And I've never had a bad cheesecake.
Yeah.
I've had bad key lime, and it just depends on the recipe. But yeah, I've never had a bad cheesecake, so I got to go cheesecake.
Okay. Fun fact, a lot of people probably know this, but on Golden Girls, their big thing is cheesecake. B. Arthur B. Arthur in real life hated cheesecake.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like one of those it's like one of their signature things. Anytime they're having like a hard time, they always like binge eat cheesecake and ice cream, and the chocolate syrup and whipped cream are always in Blanche's room.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
What was the movie where they had? I'm pretty sure it was Brandon Fraser, and they break in a radio studio.
Oh,
and
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I can't think of the name of the movie, but anytime somebody says B. Arthur in that movie,
look it up.
They're giving a list of demands, and he's like, "Oh, and naked pictures of B. Arthur," and he looks at him. He's like, "Why would you ask for that?" He's all, "That way, if we get arrested, we can claim insanity." Tyler, thank you. Airheads.
I was like, it's something heads.
Yes, Airheads. And naked pictures of. So anytime somebody says B. Arthur, I just chime in and go, "Naked pictures of B. Arthur," and they look at me like I'm insane.
That's not a pretty sight. Not a pretty sight at all.
I feel like cheesecake is taking it, by the way, in the chats.
Probably. I'm going back and counting it.
I got one for key lime, and it was my sister. That's why we're not the same.
I mean, everybody already knows, I'm a big Deadpool fan, and
you are?
Yeah.
This is my first time hearing it.
Oh man, it's pretty evident.
Oh God, Phoenix is going with peach cobbler. Okay, I'll write that down.
Yeah.
It's gonna lose, but
you said that about Padme.
Oh God, stop. Like Deadpool, he has a huge obsession with B. Arthur, so it's just like I always, anytime I hear B. Arthur or anytime I see B. Arthur, well, now I think Golden Girls, but before I would always think of Deadpool, especially because his swords one of his swords is named B, the other one's Arthur.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then his he has a boat. If you read the comics, he has like a really like beat up yacht that he just like stole from somebody,
Yeah.
and he paints USS B Arthur on it.
Yes. I only like B. Arthur in Golden Girls. I did not like her in Maude.
Don't think I saw her in Maude.
Maude was like a show she had before Golden Girls. And Rue McClanahan was actually on that show with her.
Who is Blanche, for those who don't know.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have known that either.
That's why I had to clarify that. I was like, I know not everybody's going to know that.
This is how I feel when you guys are talking about like Batman or Marvel or anything like this.
I like how Diana in the chats is trying to really sway the votes. Y'all haven't had true key lime pie. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. I've never made it from
You haven't had
scratch.
true key lime pie until you've been to Florida.
Right?
Where your sister lives.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that what
Greg in the chats. I did have to bring up Padme. I have to bring up Padme all the time.
we brought her up last time. Remember?
Yeah, we'll just bring up how she ruined that entire bracket.
The doctor is in the chats, even though she's not in the chats, and she just texted me and she's like, what did I say about Padme? And many moons ago, when we started the brackets, Padme went up against Darth Maul.
Yeah.
And shockingly, everybody voted for Padme to beat Darth Maul, and it pissed Philippe off something fierce.
Because of
Fucking awesome.
Because of Phoenix. Phoenix, like, she rallied to have Padme win that, and everybody was just like, "Oh, look, it's pissing Philippe off. Let's vote for Padme." Like, are you serious?
Exactly.
We have 2 for Key Lime.
Oh, 2 for Key Lime.
Yo, Ash. Yo, Ash.
Oh, it's another one of my friends from North Carolina.
You don't have any friends. You don't have any friends. All right.
How's it going, Ashley? Yeah, it's not going together.
Wait, what, Tyler? Tyler, what are you talking about? A football helmet filled with cottage cheese and a giant baby bottle is one of my favorites from Airheads.
It was a line from Airheads.
Oh, who was in that? You said Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi was in that. I was like, who's the fucking weird looking dude that was on Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah, Steve Buscemi, and I don't know the third person.
It was another famous person though.
Yeah, no, it was.
It sounds familiar, but I keep thinking Coneheads.
No,
I keep picturing Coneheads.
There. Diana chimed in. Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
And it was like really before his career took off.
It was like early Adam Sandler, and like he looks like looks,
Adam Sandler, Steve Buscemi, and Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, and it was before any of them were famous.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's like it was like a super early '90s movie.
Mm.
It was before Brendan Fraser did like Encino Man and.
Was it? I thought it was after. I think because I thought he was the star of the film because of that movie. Like he had like the star pull.
I thought he did that before Encino.
I'm gonna fact check that.
Yep, please do.
All right, so
Chris Farley's in it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the cheesecake versus key lime with cheesecake winning.
Yay.
That one.
Oh wait, this is
Encino Man 1992, Airheads 1994.
Okay, so he did do Encino Man before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's he?
Brendan Fraser.
Ah.
He did Encino Man before he did Airheads.
So now for the next bracket topic is going to be French silk versus apple pie. French
That's a
silk,
hard one because I
French
like them both.
silk versus apple pie. You said apple pie was your favorite of all time.
It is. Well,
You know what's so ironic now that we're doing this, but do you guys know what I made last night?
I was gonna mention that too, and I didn't.
I made
pie.
She made a peach cobbler.
Oh my god.
No. So specifically when it comes to apple pie, I like Dutch apple pie.
I do like Dutch apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
I like all kinds of apple pie.
One thing that people down here don't know about, which anybody up there knows about. Nobody down here knows what Apple Hill is.
Oh yeah.
So it is absolutely one thing that I 100% miss being down here is I don't have the option to go up to Apple Hill like on a weekend or in the middle of the week.
Me and Jackie go.
We
every year.
usually take a day. The 3 years, I guess the 3 years that we've lived up here, we take a random Wednesday off and go up and do it. That way we don't have to deal with all the screaming kids at nap time.
Ooh, Greg in the chats, his grandma used to make salted caramel apple pie.
Oh
I
my-
would try that.
That sounds
Sounds like you're going to be hanging out with Wilford Brimley in diabetes land, but I will still eat that.
You can
I'm Wolfert Brimley,
And I have diabetes.
and I have diabetes.
You can just have a normal portion size.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No,
you
you
just
can't.
honor your hunger cues, and you'll.
Last week on Pie Day, Candace brought over an apple pie, and yeah, in 2 days it was gone. You can't have a normal piece. You just can't.
Sadly, we didn't have pie on Pie Day.
You didn't go to Marie Callender's? Come on, man. It's the one time of the year that you have to support that place.
We went to Marie Callender's, and
It's closed.
yeah,
Except for one day. One day of the year they're open and it's Pie Day.
Oh my God, Phoenix doesn't know who Wilford Brimley is.
well, Phoenix is also a baby, so I mean,
Oh, how do you describe Wilford Brimley?
you know
You
what's
don't.
funny is no, you know what's funny is she doesn't know who Wolford Brimley is, and that
That
means
knows who the
she hasn't
Golden
seen-
Girls are.
Well, I'm saying that means she hasn't seen the Star Wars holiday special because Wolford Brimley's in the holiday special.
I still feel like, I mean, apple pie, dude, my aunt makes the best apple pie. Like to me, I can see where the argument could be made that French silk pie isn't really pie, but it is.
in a tin.
Yeah,
It's
it's
delicious.
So good though.
it's whipped cream, chocolate pudding, and a pie crust. I mean, again, didn't put much thought into that when you're. What stoner thought of that one?
A good one.
Is Anita Watson in
is-
relation to you,
That's
Aaron?
Watson's mother.
That's Moms. What up, Moms?
Hello, Mama Watson.
I feel like apple pie won that one.
Yeah.
I
so
guess I
far.
go with apple pie as much as I love.
I mean, you can vote French silk. It's just not going to win.
Phoenix said we don't speak of the holiday special.
Yes, we do because Boba Fett was born in the holiday special, so we have to.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's right. We don't speak of Boba Fett around Aaron Watson.
Look, again, I'm not saying anything about the character. He was a good character. He got Han Solo. Great. He then died.
Boba Fett.
And that's exactly. And that's where his story needed to end.
Now he's got a whole series.
Yeah, and it's terrible. And the only reason why it was good is because the second half was a prequel to Mandalorian season 3.
I liked it no matter either way.
Oh, do you need those
I
pieces?
just need that one of those.
Okay, Picasso.
Oh, you want to get in here real quick? You gotta get in here.
Was that the
Look,
time?
there she is. Say hi.
Zoe. Hi, Zoe. Hold on.
Hello, small.
I gotta. Oh, there you go. Hey, there you are. Say hi. You gotta say it. Hi. No.
No.
So I have to put shoes on a doll real quick.
Okay.
That's very serious business.
Oh, you have them backwards, baby. Hang on.
I love it when he goes into dad mode.
Yeah.
Getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. Here we go. All right. You took her. Did you take her ponytail out? No. Oh, it is still in
She
there.
whips her hair back and forth.
She does.
So she can
There you
whip
go, kiddo.
back and forth.
I whip my hair back and forth. So now I need 4.
Is this thing done yet?
What thing?
This?
Got it. All right. Get
Oh.
out of here, rascal. All right, we're back.
Are you doing like the? Are we there yet?
Yeah.
But
Are
with
we there yet?
I was asking Philippe if we were done building this thing yet.
Yeah, it's almost done.
Yeah.
20 minutes with this guy.
that's why I was like, are we doing the? Are we there yet thing? But with Legos?
He's like an idiot savant when it comes to. He'll have it done before bedtime.
I'm an idiot savant in general. Jackie knows this. Yet she still agreed to marry me.
He's just.
Dude, I don't know, man. We got to talk about that.
Wait, do you and I need to talk about that?
Exactly. Yes.
Need to talk about that?
You know, he's saying you guys need to talk about like.
Yeah. Why are you marrying this man?
I
I know he's my friend. I love
I
him,
ask
but
myself that all the time. But then I realize how impressionable he is, and then I go, you know what, maybe I'll be okay.
That's love right there. She sees through the faults.
She understands that I wouldn't be able to survive without her. So
All right, what's up? What's up next?
be looking up in the rain.
So okay, so I guess Aaron's making me close this, guys.
Well, yeah, apple pie won by a landslide.
Okay, so the next up is gonna be, look at my list so I don't screw this up. It's gonna be, actually, hold on. Okay, now we're down to the verses. So now we're Boston cream pie versus lemon meringue.
Wait. Was that? Did we finish a round?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We got a recap.
In fear of summoning
recap.
James, we have
Sorry,
to recap.
We got a recap.
Rookie mistake.
It's all right. It's all right. That's what I'm here for. I got
All
you.
right. So the recap is Boston cream versus banana. Boston won. Strawberry rhubarb versus lemon meringue. Lemon meringue won. Cheesecake versus key lime. Cheesecake took the cake. French silk versus apple. Drum roll, please. Brrr. Apple won that one.
Now, how far are you on the brackets? Like, how many more you got on one side or the other side? Because I haven't seen it.
We're finishing up pie.
Okay.
We're in the final four at this point.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, final four. And then that will go up against ice cream cake.
Got it.
So it was cake versus pie. So we finished cake last week. And now
what did ice cream cake go up against for the top slot?
angel food, oddly.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, it's like the Padme of cakes.
Angel food. All right.
I was surprised it went that far.
Flour, egg whites, and sugar. That's all it is.
Okay, let me do. Okay, so now let me just put this update. Nope, that's not right. What did I do? I screwed this up. Okay.
Why did you break it?
I didn't break it. I was trying to change it. Okay, so now we are down to the final four. I guess that's what it's called. The Fab Four.
Yeah.
It's going to be Boston cream versus lemon meringue. So go ahead and get your votes in for Boston cream versus lemon meringue.
Boston cream pie versus lemon meringue.
That's a hard one.
That is a hard one. I almost want to just flip a coin. Dude, if lemon went up against anything else, I'd vote lemon. But man, Boston cream. I don't know. I'm torn. Like Natalie and Bruglia, I am torn.
Oh man.
Can I get a lemon cream pie? Can we blend the two?
I don't know how that would taste.
I'm thinking that too. Like, how would that? I don't know how good that would be.
Although they do have that. Have you guys seen that? Like a Pinterest thing, where you could put like condensed milk into lemonade, and it's supposed to make it like a creamy lemonade.
Oh.
No.
Okay, so I would have thought that was nasty until I tried something
lemon
similar.
meringue and Boston are tied up right now, guys.
Shit. So it comes down to us then. I tried that. Who had it? Chick-fil-A had something like that, and it was actually pretty good.
I have seen the doctor sent something where people are adding orange juice to their coffee.
Ugh, I don't know.
Yeah,
about
don't. Nope, hard pass.
Those must be the people on 24-hour call that have lost their minds.
And you said it's tied in the chats?
That's weird.
What?
You said it's tied in the chats?
Unless
So it comes down to us.
unless I counted wrong, but
1,
so it
2,
comes down to
3, and 1, 2. It is. It's 3-3.
okay, good, because I was really concerned that I counted wrong.
So someone isn't voting, but that's okay.
Come on, you guys. Lemon meringue versus Boston cream.
If I had to pick one and I had to eat forever, that's how I have to look at this. Okay, which one am I okay with eating and never having the other?
I would say If I was gonna go that way, then I would say Boston cream pie.
Yeah, I think.
I gotta go lemon meringue.
Shit, you guys just made it 10 times harder for me, so I'm the decision maker.
You are the decision maker.
Oh, you are. Now it's
voted.
4-4.
This is shades of like old school brackets, right? Because remember, like it used to be always come down to me, and it would be like really hard for me to do this.
Oh, Jim is voting lemon.
Okay, so Jim votes lemon.
You still vote whatever you like as long as you like it.
But if I vote Boston cream, then it ties it up.
But just vote for whatever you want.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm leaning Boston cream, and it's like, fuck. It's just going to ruin the whole thing. How many people do we have right now?
I'm going to text the doctor and see if she'll give me an answer.
10 people?
Yeah, there's 10 people. Yeah. So with us, that makes 13.
Yeah, and it's 4-4. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's not voting.
Yeah.
Come on, you guys. Vote. I don't think my mom voted. No,
she did. Did she not?
No, she did.
Yeah, Boston cream, right?
She changes her freaking sunflower every day. I can't figure out.
I'm going Boston cream pie.
Boston cream. Okay.
Boston cream pie wins. All right.
No, we're tied.
Wait, what?
Because I voted Boston cream. So we're tied at 5.
Oh, so now we have to sway somebody's vote. Oh, my dad, my mom, my dad said Boston cream pie.
So Boston wins.
Boston wins. Oh, Boston.
Baston.
We'll park the car in the yard and wash it.
Is it wash?
I need you to find my khakis. My khakis.
Your khakis?
No, my khakis.
Your khakis.
My khakis. I was waiting for someone to get it. It's like all you have to do to say car keys, like somebody in Boston, is just say khakis.
Khakis.
I'm looking for my khakis.
Okay, guys, the next one is really gonna be a doozy.
A doozy.
It really is. It is cheesecake versus apple pie.
Damn it! Those are my 2 favorite of all time things.
You know what's funny is if either of those went, like if those went up against the ones before, it would have made it an easier decision.
Like who put this together, and so these would like find their way to a battle.
On the interwebs.
I just found it on the internet.
Again, because we're getting down to the nitty gritties, and none of them are bad options.
Oh wait, hold on, everybody, hold your horses. Jamez is in the chat.
Jamez is in the chat.
He tried to sneak in. He was a very sneaky guy.
He's a sneaky guy.
Very sneaky.
Okay, so I have to look at it because, again, there's no bad option. So, again, which one would I be okay with eating and never having the other? I got to go apple pie.
Okay.
Such a hard decision.
It is a hard decision.
I would probably go cheesecake.
We can't hear you.
I know. Hold on. I would probably go cheesecake.
Okay.
Because I've been thinking of this like just almost in the same way, and it's like cheesecake is one of those things that I will never say no to.
Yeah.
I could be full and like, you know, just bloated and dying, and I will still eat cheesecake.
Okay. James is already instigating. He wants to.
How am I wrong, James? In the chat, Double A is wrong. What am I wrong about? I didn't make like a statement. I didn't give anybody my opinion.
You can have apple pie cheesecake.
You can have apple pie cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory.
100% can. You can have whatever you like as long as you like it. You can do anything with cheesecake. That's what James is saying.
I get it. It is its own genre.
It's like the shrimp of pies.
But I feel like it should have been on the cake side since it's cake is in the name.
You can do anything with shrimp.
That's true. Maybe it's because you make it in a pie tin.
You make a lot of cakes in a pie tin, though.
Can you?
I mean, probably not. You don't really make it you don't make cheesecake in a pie tin.
I do.
Make it in a spring thing, spring mold.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's spring rolled.
Yeah, spring roll. That's what I need. I need spring rolled cheesecakes.
I'm sure it exists somewhere.
Oh, James is getting feisty.
I
What
would
is he
too if I had 18 people over my house. You can't beat any of them, so he's got to take it out on us.
Hmm.
I mean, he could if he wanted to be an abusive parent.
Diana is still offended by Boston cream and cheesecake being in the pie category.
No, I agree with her.
Cheese in an Instapot. Make cheesecake in an Instapot.
I'm gonna try that.
Make
Actually, that
anything in
sounds
an
delicious.
Instapot.
I love
know
my Instapot.
Said you wear the same size shirt as all his kids.
I do.
You can make.
Don't be mad because he wears an extra medium. All right.
I used to make cobblers in not Instapots, but in
Crock pots.
at work at my old job. I don't do that at this job. Too many people I have to like. I don't always like them all.
I feel like it's split in the chat, so you're gonna have to go back and count that.
I'm pretty caught up right now. It's five apple, 3 cheese.
Oh, so so that's 8, and we're 9, 10, 11. So there's a couple people not voting in the chats, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Because what are we voting? I voted apple.
I voted cheese.
I voted cheese.
So which one? Oh,
Did I?
So
some people have voted apple pie cheesecake.
which I'm not mad at it, but it's not an option.
That doesn't count.
Or
It
maybe
doesn't.
maybe I didn't write mine down. I might not have written mine down. Or I think I missed ashes. I don't know. But now it's 5 to 4 cheese. 5 to 4 apple. Oh, new comment. Oh.
Dad said cheesecake. Tyler's dad says cheesecake.
Okay, now we're tied up.
God damn it.
Cheese? Didn't we lock you in the dumpster once?
What?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know. James is drinking. It's the only thing I can come up with.
I'm trying to figure out what that reference is from.
So it's
He said, "Didn't we lock you in the dumpster once?" Like,
so it's tied.
Yeah, it's tied.
Uh,
Aaron's. Oh, here we go. Aaron's dad for the clutch or whatever.
oh, coming in with apple pie.
Okay.
Man.
Mr. Yancey gets 2 votes. Cheesecake wins. No, it does not.
No, geez, apple pie's winning by 1.
apple pie still winning? What the hell?
Wait, so that mean apple pie's going up against ice cream cake?
I'm going back and counting. I think I
Okay.
might have screwed up, but we're gonna
Either
double
way,
check.
that's a good matchup.
That is a good matchup.
Ice
You can
cream
have
cake?
both of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go back and recount.
Well, Philippe, I watched 1 episode of
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
How'd
Was
you
not
like it?
disappointed. Was very,
It's-
very good.
Stupid funny, isn't it?
It is pretty funny.
It's almost off-putting because you don't expect all like the cussing and the dirty jokes, but
And it's immediate. It's not gradual. Like it's right off of the bat.
but it all still fits, and it's like
It does.
none of it is like, oh yeah, well this doesn't feel right.
You know what I did watch over the weekend? In between my F1 qualifying and F1 race, I watched Bad Vegan.
Jackie,
Oh, I started watching that.
Dude, it is so good.
Have you watched Inventing Anna? That's really good.
I have not watched that one yet.
That one's really good.
Yeah, we watched that.
I got to a point with that one where I couldn't turn it off. It was like midnight, and I was like, I have to go to bed. I have to go to work in the morning. And I couldn't turn it off.
That's how I was with the first season of Glow.
Of what?
Glorious Ladies of Wrestling.
Ladies of Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first season of Glow. What's funny is I watched that first season like super hardcore. I never watched the second season.
They have a second season? I might have watched the second season.
That happens with a lot of shows. You watch like 1 or 2 seasons and it just kind of trails off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched Inventing Anna, and then what was another one that I watched? don't remember. I watched some weird. I didn't really watch it. I had it on the background. It's called Windfall. It's on Netflix. It's with name starts with a J. Jason Segel.
Okay.
I think it's Jason Segel.
Mhm.
And the gist of it is he's holding. It's kind of like a comedy. It's not like a
Windfall.
Yeah.
Windfall. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's like he's like holding these people hostage and extorting them for money.
He breaks
like in a-
into like a billionaire techie
Yeah.
like vacation home, and then they show up, and he holds like him and his wife hostage. Oh, James's kids say cheesecake. All 73 of them. So
Oh,
add that into your tally.
okay. Well then, now I got Jenny put cheesecake, so I did count that. Tally that up. We're tied.
Oh, Julie, thank you for chiming in with the chats with F1. Hell of a finish. You damn right. That was not expected at all.
I didn't know your mom watched F1.
What is that?
It's Formula One racing.
Oh, she's weird.
What? No, that's not weird. That's awesome.
Oh, I've been to where they race that.
I'm not surprised at anything that Julie says that she watches, because she watches a lot of different things.
She watches things that I don't even watch.
Well, she's her own person, right? She doesn't have to watch what you watch.
Who is Joe? Joe Mama?
My brother-in-law.
Oh. Sorry.
Joe, the Master Chief.
Oh, and he says apple pie though. So
Yeah.
have you tallied these up yet? Did you
I
get
have.
sidetracked?
No, Apple's in the lead again.
Oh,
It's
then
neck and neck.
then call it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm calling it.
You're gonna call it?
Yeah.
Call it. You have the power.
I have the power.
She is the power.
Is
Okay.
that He-Man? Or was that Thundercats?
No, it's He-Man, but it's also She-Ra. Because She-Ra was also the champion after.
Ah. All right, so apple pie wins.
Apple pie versus Bastin.
Apple pie versus Boston. I mean, that's a
Cream pie.
Boston cream pie versus apple pie. I feel like that's a no-brainer.
My khakis. My khakis.
You have to go with apple pie on that one.
I would go apple pie over Boston.
Over Boston cream pie all day.
Okay, Picasso.
Picasso.
Okay, I like it, Picasso.
I can't hear him. Don't let him say mean things about me.
Did you hear her?
Okay. All right.
Oh, my sister holding strong with the Boston cream. Jesus, man, what's wrong with you?
She doesn't like apple pie, apparently.
No, you know what it is? She hasn't had my Aunt Lorna's pie in a long time because she's across the country. And that's what you get for moving away and dipping out on the family. Whoa, shots fired.
Like, you want to go hang out in Florida? Go hang out in Florida. You don't get the pie.
They did all invite us to their compound when it gets done being built. So
I will take up that offer.
Right.
Yeah, because you want to go to freaking Disneyland.
Yeah, hey, they're not that far from Orlando.
More so, I actually want to meet Joe and Diana. But I mean, like,
my cousin lives in Orlando. My cousin Michael. I don't know what we call him. I'm not really close to him, but he lives there.
I want to meet the Master Chief.
I mean, I guess she makes a good point in the chats. Boston cream pie is like a giant eclair. That's a valid argument.
Yeah.
And that could definitely sway some votes. So good call on that. Good comparison.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's basically like eclair, but in like cake form.
I still got to go apple pie though.
All right. Well, apple pie is winning over Bastin cream.
Bastin.
Greg wants to know if we're going to do a distance nerding road trip. If we
Your
did,
cousin
Denver,
We're going to Denver.
Denver would be our first stop.
I've been to Denver, but I know Jackie would like Denver. That's probably our next year's trip.
Are we going to do some 14ers?
14ers.
Greg, you want to tell them what a 14er is? I just learned this the other day. Thank God.
Diane in the chat says, wait till you see Universal Epic Universe theme park. Google it. She's very assertive with the Googling.
You Google eyes? You know I'm a bad you Google eyes.
I had to go to CPR on Friday, and I had a really funny instructor. And she said her kids always tell her all the time, GTS, mom. Like she'll
Google that shit.
Google that shit.
That's pretty funny.
CPR was fun. She gave us all the answers. It was hilarious.
Oh, so okay. But I feel like you don't want to cheat when you're learning how to save someone's life.
Well, no, I mean I mean, she had us do like the, practice on the dummies and stuff. But for me, knowing the answers just is more helpful because I'll remember the answers. But it was funny because she gave us the answers, and then everybody sat down to take the test, and some cocky little 19-year-old had to go back and sit down 3 times. I'm like, she gave us the answers. Why do you have to go back and sit down 3 times?
Because you didn't write it down?
So I didn't write it down either. My memory is weird. There are things, if I have to remember something for a long time, I'm not going to remember it. But short term, I don't know.
He was just pendejo.
So Greg answered the question and said that 14er is when you hike a 14,000 foot mountain. They call it a 14er.
Which would make sense if you're close to the Rockies.
Yeah.
Might actually have to train for that, Jack.
Yes. So
yeah, not just going to do that on a weekend.
Exactly. Yeah. I've done long distance like treks, and even when I was in good shape, they were hard.
Yeah. I am out of shape.
I am out of shape now, so like I will die. I will literally die. My body will be left on the mountain.
Okay, so what are we doing? We're doing Apple versus Boston. So far, I only have one for Boston. What's your vote for, Philippe?
I'm gonna go Apple.
Apple. I'm gonna have to go for Apple. I'm just gonna go ahead and call this a landslide and say that it's Apple.
Yeah, because I think only one person voted for Boston cream pie.
And she's related to you.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Loosely now.
Look, we're not related anymore.
So now we have apple pie versus ice cream cake.
So this is the final round. You got to build that up, man.
You got to.
Okay, so from the cake side, reigning champion ice cream cake up against reigning champion on the pie side, apple pie.
Bum, 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 bum.
Man.
Bum, 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 bum.
I got to go with ice cream cake.
I'm going to go with ice cream cake too.
Because it's ice cream and cake. So you're getting the best of both worlds.
The other thing is like, see, if it would have went up against cheesecake, that would have been really difficult, mainly because you can literally make any kind of cheesecake. And the same thing with ice cream cake. You can make any kind of ice cream cake. There's so much variety when it comes.
But you know what you don't get with cheesecake? Ice cream.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like in the end on this one, I 100% go down with ice cream cake.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, yeah, no, absolutely. But
I'm voting Apple. I don't care.
Yeah, people are voting Apple. Man, I get it. It's American apple pie. I understand.
It's
American. It's as American as apple pie.
We're Americans here.
America.
But I gotta go with ice cream cake.
Yeah, I go ice cream cake.
Okay.
If you have to, because that was always a treat at a birthday party. Not everybody always had ice cream cake. And if you went as a kid and all of a sudden they pulled out you're like, ice cream cake? Oh my God, this is like, is your family rich? Like, how do these two things work together? I've never seen this before. Yeah, my mom chimed in and said the cake gets soggy from the ice cream. Yeah, you're not eating it fast enough. You need to throw that down your throat.
If the cake gets soggy from the ice cream, it just makes it better.
I sometimes will just buy an ice cream cake. Like, oh, I just bought one for no reason.
Jackie randomly bought an ice cream cake the other day.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I do it all the time, but it's
delicious.
Do it.
And ever since, I've been wanting to buy another ice cream cake.
Yeah. You got to do it like once a year, right? Maybe twice a year. Just surprise somebody, show up one day and you're like, yeah, I brought an ice cream cake. Who doesn't like ice cream cake?
Yeah, like there's like all kinds of desserts that I've been wanting to get. Just, I don't, Jackie will murder me if I do.
They are pricey though.
Yeah, they are. Like for a small freaking cold
$25,
for $30.
Yeah, they are pricey, but they're worth it.
Oh my God.
So worth it.
I ate it in like 4 days or something like that.
That's worth it. If it takes you 4 or 5 days to eat it, that's totally worth $30.
Yeah.
James put, or have 3 kids and have it every other Thursday.
Well, that's because you guys just have it on the private jet.
On the distance nerding
On the
private
distance
jet.
nerding private
On the
jet.
distance nerding private jet, there's just a stock of ice cream cake, and they're in cupcake form, so they're individual, which is another level of rich.
Well, ice cream cake is definitely in the lead with 6.
I think only 2 people voted for apple pie,
I voted for apple pie.
so 3.
Yes. Yes.
Is it strange that I'm like one of the main hosts on Distance Nerding and I've never been on the Distance Nerding jet?
No, it's not strange. That's par for the course.
Sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
James is like, you're too, you're not
No, that you have no right.
plebeian to get on this jet.
When you signed for the LLC, that was in the contract that you don't have rights to the jet, and he
The
does.
I'm too plebeian. I'm too like I'm low. I'm like low grade. I'm not worthy enough.
James said a 14er on a jet. We just call that takeoff. Good one, James.
It's funny. My company is based out of Denver, and so our like head boss came out one week and took me and my coworker out to dinner, and they're into hiking. I'm not, and she started talking about the 14ers. I was like, "What is a 14er?" And so she explained to me that it's the 14,000 foot mountains and stuff out there. And then like the next week, do you guys know who Dude Dad is? You guys, okay. So Dude Dad did a video where he had like a bag of granola and he was like slinging it like a drug dealer. He was like, "Oh, I got this bag of granola for those 14ers." And if I wouldn't have known what a 14er was, I would have been so lost on the video.
That's funny.
Because they moved from like California to Denver or something. I don't know, but it was just funny because I was like, if I would have saw this like the week before, I would have been like, I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't know
what he's talking about.
But I knew exactly what he was talking about when I saw it.
James came in with the old 96er, which that is from the Great Outdoors movie, Great Outdoors. He had to eat the old 96er, I believe.
And then 86 James. So long time ago, back when XFL was originally a thing
in a galaxy far
before it made its comeback, I used to go out to the games at Packbell Park with my neighbor Ed. When his daughter had a honors class or something on a Saturday, so I would go out with the family to go to these XFL games. And there was this guy that was always getting kicked out of the games. And so the team made him a jersey with the 86 number.
That's awesome.
Because he got 86.
Because he got 86 from all the games.
That's funny.
And he sat he sat pretty close to us. That's why I remember it. It was funny. Then I think they only played like one season. All right. So I mean, I guess it's an easy call.
I mean, for the win, overall win.
For the win, it's going to be
FTR for the win. Oh, sorry, FTW for the win.
That's not what that means.
Be ice cream cake. Can you do the thing?
Ice cream cake.
Yes.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
You got to get rid of that button.
Ice cream cake for the win.
Hey, Macho Man approves.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! I need to be able to reach that, but I can't.
Because it's on the other side of your laptop.
On the other side.
Yeah.
Phil, Tyler in the chat said that you need to renegotiate your contract. Make sure you put the jet and the yacht. I didn't know there was a yacht. What's this about a yacht? I didn't know we had a yacht.
I didn't know there was a yacht either. How the hell did he know and I didn't?
Right? I mean, well-kept secret. I know about the helicopter and I know about the private jet. The yacht, however, is it the one that was the $60 million yacht that was been seized off of the coast of over in Ukraine or something? The Russian yacht.
The what?
The Russian oligarch.
What is that?
So oligarchs, they're like the people they're like rich people who run the government in Russia.
Yeah.
Right. So basically it's like if Jeff Bezos basically directly control the government.
Mm.
Right, is what an oligarch is like the equivalent of in Russia.
Seems legit.
Yeah.
Seems legit. Greg designed the yacht logo. That's nice. Wait.
Greg, you didn't tell me about this?
Limos are so early 2000s.
Early 2000s. You mean late 80s?
I remember when I was in junior high, people used to always get like limos, like on like stretch navigators and shit on like the last day of junior high.
My because I had a psychology class my senior year.
Yeah. Did you get kicked out of it?
No. My psychology teacher on the weekends, she was a limo driver.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if that's cool. I don't know. I don't know if I could handle that.
Psychology during the week.
I bet you
Right?
they're an Uber driver now.
She probably is an Uber driver now.
I would hope she's retired at this point.
Yeah.
She was still pretty young.
All right. Well, that was exciting.
Ice cream cake.
Cake.
Ice cream cake takes the win.
Takes the cake.
Now,
the cake.
So that was the one from last week that had to do with National Pie Day, right?
Yes.
March 14th. But did we get another one for Batman, since we're building the Batman Batmobile?
Yeah, I have a short one that I'm going to
That was my nickname in high school.
The short one. I'm going to be completely useless on this because I don't know who any of these people are.
Most people don't.
So,
and this is where I come in as the fucking Batman.
So I mean, I guess we can make this. I guess we can make this just like a teaching moment on the different DC characters. This is actually a villain bracket. It's a
yeah. I remember her telling me
Justice
about this
League
like,
villain
I don't know who
bracket.
any of these people are.
So I guess let's just what do you think about just going with that and just make it into like a teaching moment? And we can have either Aaron or Philippe or whoever knows best kind of give like a quick synopsis on the character.
Synopsis. Sorry, I have to do it. Anytime somebody says synopsis.
That way, the people who don't know will know, and the people that do know will be annoyed with us.
Right, exactly.
Don't forget to. Okay, what's going on in the chat here? How
about a Batman review? Oh, James. All right.
Jackie,
I thought you guys already did that.
We do Batman?
We didn't do a Batman. We haven't done a Batman review yet, but Jackie also hasn't seen Batman. So I mean,
spoiler alert: everybody dies in the end.
Oh,
so
no.
Not
Jackie
everybody.
Goes, oh no!
Oh no! I don't care. So there's not. So what you're saying is there's not going to be a number 2 that I have to sit through. Awesome.
Actually, they are already planning on the next Batman movie.
I really hope they do because of how well he did it.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I found that I could disagree that I didn't like with the movie is I felt like John Turturro was miscast because I can't see him as a bad guy.
I mean, him as Carmine Falcone was weird.
Yeah.
Because
other than that,
I mean, like I've seen him play bad guys and he does well, but just I don't feel like I've seen him in too many comedies recently.
Exactly.
For me to take him seriously as Carmine Falcone.
Yeah, I can't buy him in that role. And that's the only complaint I have about the movie. Other than that movie was fantastic. And I do hope they do another one because I do know he and has always said on the back end that he feels like his movie wasn't going to be as taken as serious because it's going to be watered down with the Flash movie and how many people are coming back as Batman.
Right.
So you're really taking away his time to shine as Batman because now you have Michael Keaton coming back. You have who else is coming back? Val Kilmer. No, he's not coming back.
No, Michael Keaton. I think it's just Michael Keaton in this one.
Is it just Michael Keaton? Someone else was
coming back as Batman.
Right. Okay. And it's just like, man, no, I see what he's saying. Like, you want your time to be Batman.
Right.
And I like it's not a part of any other universe.
Affleck's going to be in this too.
What's that?
Affleck's going to be in this too.
That's
Why
right.
are there so many Batmans?
Because the Flash movie is going to be like a multiverse.
Oh, you know, it's funny. I was going to ask like sarcastically if it was a multiverse.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it
The
is.
Flash movie will be, yes.
Is it a multiverse? Actually, it is. Oh, fuck. That joke just backfired on me.
It did. 100.
Zoe, hopefully my mom's still in the chat. She wants to say, oh, sorry, kiddo, I just elbowed you in the face. You want to say hi to Grammy? Say hi, Grammy. You're not. No, you have to talk. Here.
Hi, Grammy.
Aha, there you are. I don't know if she's still in the chats, but if she replies back, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. Oh, she did. She said hi, Zoe.
The cutest of all terrorists.
Yeah, well. Went to pick her up from school today, and she was sitting on top of the throne of those who opposed her.
She was just ready to drink the blood of her enemies.
I was like, so how was school?
Well, as you can see, I killed everybody, Dad.
Yeah. All the other kids that like submitted to her were like humming some sort of, like ritual chant. I don't know what goes on at that school.
What kind of school does this kid go to?
Kind of school where she's got people worshiping her.
James told me to ask her cheesecake or ice cream, and immediately I don't even have to ask her. It's ice cream all day.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
cream.
Has reign victorious.
Yeah.
She won't think of cheesecake potentially winning that until she's an adult.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have an appreciation for cheesecake until you get older.
Anyway, so back to Batman.
Yep.
I didn't feel like it was 3 hours.
Yeah.
Where Dark Knight was a legitimate 3 hours also, and at 2.5 hours in that movie theater, I felt like, okay, we can kind of wrap this up. The new Batman movie, I did not feel that way. After it was over, I could immediately watch it again.
Mm-hmm. Like we could have done without the Two-Face thing and given it its own movie instead of shoehorning it into the Joker.
I think he silenced all of his haters who did not buy him being able to pull off Batman. And if you don't believe that, the biggest issue with Marvel is they have a great opening weekend and they rake in $100 million, and then the next weekend they fall by 60%. Whereas this one stayed and it made 200 million the first weekend and it made 250 the next weekend. So it's so good.
There's still a lot of haters because there's a lot of people where they're picking things, like picking and choosing things. Like right now, the haters are basically saying like, "Well, he didn't do Bruce Wayne or he didn't do enough Bruce Wayne." It's like because he didn't need to. If you understand the story, he's basically focused as Batman.
Yeah.
And if you know the character, Bruce Wayne is a facade he puts on for the public.
And he says it in the movie where he's like, when Alfred's in confront him, he's like, I don't care about the Wayne name. I don't care about Bruce Wayne. I'm doing this.
Right. Because he understands that Bruce Wayne is his secret identity. Or like, because Batman is who he is.
Definitely 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah. Like the only other actor that's really gotten that concept has been Kevin Conroy, and the animated version.
But he doesn't count because most people don't count that as an actual Batman character, actor.
The George Clooney version.
So no.
George Clooney was the best one.
I thought so.
Oh God.
I genuinely think who played the best.
Whoops.
What happened?
My blanket hit the.
I think one of the people that played the best Bruce Wayne was Val Kilmer. I didn't like his Batman, but I think he really did a really good job playing Bruce Wayne.
The Schumacher verse, like all the Schumacher movies, are really just a problem on their own when it comes to Batman.
They are.
You have the George Clooney was the one that had the American Express, right? The Bat American Express.
Yeah.
What?
George Clooney had a Bat American Express.
Right?
So he had a Bat credit card.
Yeah.
Dumb.
That's stupid.
Oh.
Yeah. Stupid.
I just loved George Clooney back then because I used to watch ER.
Oh my God.
And again, it's nothing against George Clooney. The writing was just really bad. Like, I would like to see George Clooney get another shot because I think he's a great. He just his personality is Bruce Wayne all the way.
I agree with James. Adam West was the best Batman.
For that iteration of Batman.
No,
because the thing is that in the 50s and the 60s, Batman was very campy. Like, the comic books were very campy. So Adam West fits that mold very well. But then they went dark again in the 80s. And that's where you get, like, of all those people, again, and Aaron, you've made this argument with me too, is that we both believe that Affleck killed it.
Oh, he did. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, I think Affleck got that darkness down really well. And
he did. He played a great Batman. He played a great Bruce Wayne at the end of his Batman career. You know, it was so good.
It's very Dark Knight Rises. You know? And again, guys, for everybody in the chat, if you guys are looking for a comic book to read as your first, the Dark Knight Returns is a very good comic book. It's very seminal.
Seminal? What does that mean?
Like, it's one of those, like,
isn't that
it's a temple,
a football team in Florida?
The Seminoles.
Yes, it is.
It is, but it's the meaning of the word is different.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's one of those books that is, you know, it is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's
Not
like defining.
seminal?
That's defining.
Oh, okay.
Right. It is a very defining Batman book.
Can I just point something out here?
Please.
You have the car thing over there and the thing in front of that, and nobody can see it.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. BRB. Great. Now I have to entertain everybody.
I know. How are we looking on time?
Let's see. Let me not look at a screenshot. It is 7:27.
7:27. Okay, we got about 30 minutes left.
That's generally how math works.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. James said in the chat earlier. What? Who? Okay. Greg just said, wait, Keanu played Batman? I don't think anybody said anything about Keanu.
No, Keanu Reeves is playing Batman in the new animated movie.
He voices it or something?
He's voicing him. He's in the DC Super Pets movie. Keanu Reeves is playing Batman.
He's voicing Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I hope that answers your question.
And The Rock is playing Crypto the Superdog. John Krasinski's playing Superman. And Kevin Hart is playing Ace the Bat Hound.
Cute. I don't know anything about this stuff. This is where I do not thrive. I thrive at asking questions and getting basic information.
But did you want to do this, or did you want to start doing maybe some pod deck stuff?
I could do that. I could start this bracket, but we could also just save it for next week.
Yeah, we can do that.
I mean, I think it's a good bracket. I think it would be a very good teaching moment to learn more about the Justice
What I miss?
League's villain bracket. No. I was just saying how I don't really know much about this to have an in-depth conversation. So then Philippe was asking if I wanted to do the pod decks.
Oh, you don't want to do the Batman bracket?
Well, I'm giving her a choice. Does she want to do that, or do we want to?
Well, what I was saying is that we can do this, or we can do the bracket, or we can save it for next week because he's going to be building this thing for a while.
Yeah, and we're going to have James Durbin on next week.
So, do you think we should do the bracket now, or
we can start it? We can start this now. Yeah.
Start it. Okay. But what I was saying, because I don't know much about these these characters. If we could just give a little synopsis on their role in the Justice League, that way
I'll do my best.
I can start to learn it, and we can make it a little bit of a teaching moment for anybody who wants to learn about them.
Yeah, see if it's anything that would interest you or interest people who aren't generally into this kind of stuff.
Why would they listen to the show then?
Well, sometimes people will like listen to the show because they are interested in what we say, but then this is like a good way to like teach people who want to learn.
All
yeah.
right.
Okay. Or yeah. Okay. So let's just
get into it.
We're just gonna get into it, but I have to do this with good old fashioned pen and paper. Okay. So first up, we have in the Justice League villain bracket, is first up is Deathstroke and Gorilla Grodd.
Gorilla Grodd.
Gorilla Grodd. Oh, this is gonna be freaking great for me not pronouncing things correctly.
You're fine. You're okay.
That's
okay.
what's gonna be fun about this.
I'm actually expecting you to mispronounce the majority of them. So
Gorilla Grotto. You don't want to Google that, kiddos.
Oh.
So
That's
Deathstroke.
at the Playboy Mansion.
Deathstroke the Terminator.
Deathstroke the Terminator.
That's his name is Deathstroke the Terminator.
Oh, okay.
He is a mercenary. He would probably be best described as a combination of Deadpool and Captain America if they were the same character.
So he's badass.
He is. So Deathstroke is essentially a super soldier, right? He took a experimental super soldier serum.
What makes him a villain?
So the serum that he took, it basically like warps his mind, and he just becomes like hyper kind of like vigilant on things. He's like
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. It's almost like how last week this is another show, but I was talking about like steroids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Studies have come out that steroids don't necessarily give you roid rage.
Yeah.
What it actually does is it enhances your natural temperament, right? So if you're naturally a happy person, it makes you like a hyper happy person. But if you're naturally an angry person, it makes you like a super angry person. That's where roid raging comes from. And like the same concept with Captain America. When Captain America took the super soldier serum, he was naturally a good man. So that's why he is who he is. Yeah. And if you watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, U.S. agent, he takes a super soldier serum and he becomes just kind of like a sociopath. Right. He just will kill anybody who gets in his way.
Deathstroke did the same thing.
Yeah, Deathstroke is basically the same character.
Okay, and then
but
who's
in DC.
Gorilla Grotto or whatever?
Gorilla Grotto.
Gorilla Grodd is he's a Flash villain. And basically,
what does that mean?
The Flash,
the
character. He's a villain from the Flash. And Deathstroke, for people who don't know, he's technically from Teen Titans, but he's basically a villain throughout all the DC.
Thomas Wong is in the house.
What up, Thomas Wong?
Wah 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 wah.
Wah wah wah.
Okay.
So Thomas said Wong. U.S. agent was a super DB. Yes, he was.
He was. He's pretty much a douchebag. But I mean, like, he what was I gonna say? Is Deathstroke primarily is he's kind of like an all DC villain, but he's mostly Teen Titans. But he interacts with Batman a lot and things like that. Gorilla Grodd is a Flash villain. Gorilla Grodd, basically he's a gorilla. He's a big ass silverback gorilla.
Yeah.
But he has hyper intelligence. So he's like super smart and he can outthink anybody like around him. He's part of it's almost like Wakanda, right? It's like a hidden world in Africa that is like all these hyper intelligent gorillas.
Okay.
Right. But he is like the leader of them. And basically he believes that the human race is worthless and he wants to kill all humans.
Okay. So, I've made my decision on who I want to win.
Gorilla Grodd.
Okay.
Because because they're both sociopaths.
So go ahead and get now that we know the differences between the characters, we've been explained. Put in your votes for either Deathstroke or Gorilla Grodd.
Gorilla Grotto.
Gorilla Grotto. Gorilla Grotto.
I'm gonna go with Deathstroke just because he got a cool name.
Okay. Philippe, what's your vote?
I would go Deathstroke because Deathstroke is one of my favorite characters, my favorite villains in DC.
All right.
He's one of the few guys that got in a fight with what's his name? The main man. What's his name? He calls himself the main man.
Batman.
No, he's another villain.
Everybody's voting Deathstroke.
All right, I am alone in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people not voting on this. So
Lobo. So there's a book where he is contracted to take out Lobo. And he's one of the few dudes that beats Lobo. The only other guy that's beaten Lobo was Superman.
Lobo's on here.
Lobo's on there?
Yeah,
nice.
We just haven't gotten to it yet.
I'll go over.
Lobo was also in Krypton, the sci-fi show.
He was. He's a lot smaller than he is in the comic books because Lobo is fucking huge.
And he was he could regenerate himself.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close that one with Deathstroke winning.
Yep.
Hearing none, seeing none. Deathstroke has won that. And now we know a little bit more about some DC villains.
And the world is always a little better with a little more knowledge.
Yes.
Like
So the next versus is going to be Johnny Quick versus the Joker. Now I know who the Joker is, but I don't know who Johnny Quick is.
Johnny.
It doesn't matter. Whoever goes up against the Joker's losing.
Yeah, I think that's a Flash villain. I'm actually not familiar with Johnny Quick. Let me pull him up real quick.
We're gonna get some obscure like Clayface and Egghead.
Like that would definitely be like an Egghead level character. Like most people don't know who Egghead is. Oh, he is a Flash villain. Superhuman speed. So he's another speedster.
Okay.
Oh, he's an alternate universe character. So he's not from Earth 1. Okay.
Isn't he the one that because he's like alternate Flash, right? He's the one that goes up against Flash in his alternate universes.
No, so you're thinking of Reverse Flash.
Holy Toledo.
Oh, okay.
It's not Reverse Flash.
James has done some research.
What did he say? He knows who Johnny Quick
He says Johnny Quick is a Golden Age DC comic character with the power of superhuman speed. The character first appeared in More Fun Comics number 71. After his More Fun run ended in issue 107, he was moved to Adventure Comics with issue number 103. He remained as a regular feature in Adventure until issue 207. Okay, now that we know his history.
Yeah, so it sounds like he is the speedster that went up against the original Flash.
Oh, and he loves cheesecake apparently.
Oh, nice.
And he
Didn't
loved.
know that.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I'm voting Johnny Quick
Well, we
then.
gotta vote Johnny Quick.
Sounds like him and I could be friends. Okay, what's your
It's
vote,
the
Louis?
Joker.
The Joker. The Joker again. When I villains are, the Joker is also up there.
Okay, that's yours
Yeah.
too, Aaron.
Yeah, I mean Joker all day.
Well, I mean, Johnny Quick looks cheesecake, so I would rather hang out with Johnny Quick than Joker,
Right?
to be perfectly honest with you.
I mean, yeah, because you don't know if you're gonna have cheesecake with Joker, you don't know if it's poisoned, you don't know if it's real, you don't know if it's gonna explode, so you just never know what kind of cheesecake you're gonna get with him. So I, you have a valid point.
Yeah.
James says the Joker enjoys apple pie. Well, it doesn't sound like any of them like ice cream cake.
The Joker is the definition of a sociopath. Anytime that I have to explain what a sociopath is, the Joker is the one that I go to.
Yeah. And Joker won this one with a landslide.
Yeah, he is like he believes in destruction for the sake of destruction.
Well, hearing none, seeing none, I'm going to go ahead and say Joker is won that one. I think that's a bracket, but whatever. I'm new here, anyways. The next versus is going to be General Zod versus Bane. Now, I generally know who Bane is from.
You
the
have to
George
know who
Clooney
Zod
version.
is. Son of Jor-El, kneel before Zod.
Kneel before
It
Zod.
sounds like something from Flash Gordon.
General Zod.
He's the dude. Like, did you ever watch the Christopher Reeve movies?
No.
Like
The
Superman
original-
movies, like from the 80s? Oh man,
Yeah.
General Zod was gangster in that movie.
Yeah.
Gangsta. So what did he do? What made him a villain?
He's basically from Krypton, and he shows up on Earth with his two other minions and their Superman level power, and he fights them and has to defeat all three of them. He's basically Superman.
Yeah, he's another surviving Kryptonian that his whole thing is
He was banished off of Krypton for being basically trying to take over the planet, for lack of a better description, and the council banished him and his two minions to the Phantom Zone. They broke out of the Phantom Zone. Krypton was destroyed. They ended up on Earth, and then they have to fight Superman.
Yeah, their whole thing was they wanted to rebuild Krypton on Earth, but in doing so, they have to kill all humans.
Oh, James, there you go. Militant Superman. There you go. That's good.
Thomas Wong said that Terrence Stamp played him good.
In the original, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and even what's his name played him good in Man of Steel.
What's his
Can't think
name?
of his name.
Another really good actor.
But yeah, the original, Terrence, like
take on Zod.
Dude, the original actor who played Zod absolutely nailed it. I love that movie. Kneel before Zod.
Terrence Stamp was the original, and then Michael Shannon.
Yes.
Michael Shannon played him in Man of Steel.
Is this in the 80s?
The Michael Stamp one was in the 80s.
Michael Stamp, Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp. Michael Shannon
was
just recently, was 2000.
Yeah, when Henry Cavill did Man of Steel, he did the newer version of Superman. I gotta go Zod all day. I love Zod.
Who was it? It was Zod versus who?
Versus Bane.
I hope I'm gonna. Yeah, I know. Versus
hard.
Bane. I gotta go Zod versus Joker for the final round. I'm calling it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling that.
I know what Bane looks like, but what's his deal? What makes him a villain?
So Bane,
Other than his weird voice.
Well, that's just in the movies. He's
okay.
Cuban in the comics.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Cuban?
Yeah.
How do you figure?
No, he is. He's Cuban.
Shine up my Cuban links.
Is he eating Cuban sandwiches and smoking cigars?
No, because they make well, technically he's not Cuban. He's from a fake country that's supposed to be Cuba in DC.
Okay.
But he's born in a prison on Santa Prisca. Santa Prisca is supposed to be Cuba.
Okay.
Right. And his whole thing is in the comics, and a lot of times when you see him in the cartoons, he has that Spanish accent, but he is essentially a he's the son of Viper, right? And his whole thing is what Bane does. Bane has basically a super steroid that he takes, right?
Okay, yeah.
So he's already like super like built as it is, but he takes the venom, and the venom does a combination of two things. It makes his muscles like super like strong, and he just becomes like unlimited, like just very, very strong. He's super strong, right? But it also messes with his mind. So like the more he takes the venom, the more crazy he gets, the more insane he gets, and he also becomes very unhinged. Now, he's also very intelligent as a character. He is the only character that has been able to claim that he killed Batman.
He broke his back.
He broke his back, even though they brought Batman back in the comics later on. In the late 90s, he literally snapped Batman in half, right? Because he just outsmarted Batman, and he's the only character, that, aside from the Joker, that can claim that he outsmarted Batman. So Bane is a combination of intelligence, strength, and just kind of being unhinged. Okay. And that's why Bane is such a threat. Again, in the comics, Bane he's never been really a good guy, but he has gone up against other villains.
Yeah.
And he's beaten Omega level villains before. So that's why I think him and Zod, there's a chance that he could beat the crap out of Zod. Because he's beaten the crap out of Superman before.
Yeah. Okay.
Zod.
So that's 3 for Zod and 2 for Bane. Greg Hicks voted for Bane, and I'm going with Bane. I'm going to go ahead and close that one on Zod.
Did Zod win that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
For all intents.
I mean,
purpose.
General Zod is badass no matter what.
Yeah. He sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
It actually makes me want to kind of watch it. Okay, this one, I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know. Who is Granny Goodness?
Oh, Granny Goodness.
So it's Granny Goodness versus... Shit.
No, just try and pronounce it. It's fine.
No. I messed up the bracket.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We know that okay. Granny Goodness is coming up.
Okay. So it's going to be Granny Goodness versus Prometheus.
Is Prometheus another new god? No. Hold on, I got to refresh and make sure I know who I'm talking about.
James just put Granny Goodness. Yes, I was also intrigued. Granny.
Did you
Oh, Prometheus wasn't who I thought it was. Prometheus is a Green Arrow villain.
Jackie, did you watch the Justice League? Either the Zack Snyder cut one or the terrible theatrical release? Did you watch those?
Philippe and
the one I tried to make you watch.
Philippe and I have gotten into knockdown, throwdown arguments over this movie.
Okay, but have you watched either one of them?
I've watched 3 hours of the one.
Okay, so you know who Darkseid is in that movie? He's like the main bad guy.
Yes.
Okay, main bad guy. Granny Goodness was one of his right-hand women.
Yeah. Granny Goodness
basically like a general in the army of the bad guys.
Yeah, okay. Granny Goodness was actually in that movie. She, albeit it was just for a scene and she didn't talk or anything, but you see her. Granny Goodness. So she's a part of the New Gods, right? Which are it's a villain group. It's comprised of Darkseid and like all the villains that you saw in that movie, right? Granny Goodness, she basically manipulates people, like she will mess with people's heads and whatnot. And a lot of the villains that Darkseid has, they're like brainwashed by her.
Okay.
Right. She has super strength for the most part, but she doesn't really fight. She's more of like a subliminal character.
Okay.
But she's like top level manipulative. The way her character is, she's actually like a really interesting character to like watch in action and whatnot. But then there's Granny Goodness and then Prometheus.
James said Prometheus is a name used by multiple supervillains appearing in the comic books published by DC, created by Grant Morrison and Arnie Jorgensen.
So it is a Grant
Jorgensen.
Jorgensen, sorry. And that's Swedish.
I'm gonna be honest. Even looking at him, I am not super familiar with this character.
Are you familiar with it, Aaron?
No, I have no idea. So we're going with Granny Goodness.
All right,
I'll go with Granny. I would have went with Granny Goodness anyways.
Granny Goodness wins that one by deep.
Now, if it was Prometheus from the movie Alien franchise, then it's a different argument to be made.
I mean, Granny Goodness is one of those villain characters that I've always been fascinated by anyways.
And Thomas Wong also voted Granny Goodness.
Well, he said GG. Good game.
Golden Girls.
Golden
Girls.
We learned.
All right. So
moving
on to the next one is going to be Despero versus versus Deadshot.
Oh, Deadshot. Will Smith. R.I.P.
Is Will Smith a character? I mean, not a character, but he played a character.
He played Deadshot in the first Suicide Squad, which was the really bad version. I still liked it though.
Oh, okay. I know who Despero is. He's a demon.
He's a demon.
Yeah, he basically has super strength, and he can he's one of Jason Blood's villains.
Don't know who that is either. Doesn't matter.
Etrigan, the demon Etrigan.
Okay,
you don't know who that is. But yeah, no, I would go with Deadshot over that. Deadshot as a character, he's an assassin.
Okay.
He has perfect marksmanship.
He has a dead shot.
He has a dead shot. Literally, with any weapon you put in his hand, he can shoot something like even without looking at it. Like he's one of those characters. He looks really cool. He's got like this blank mask with one eye. It's just because that's his sniper shot. He also has like these wrist bangles that have like a machine guns on them. He's a Batman villain.
Okay.
But yeah, he's like an Omega assassin. I would go Deadshot on this one.
What about you, Aaron?
Deadshot.
All right. Well, I guess Deadshot is going to win that one. Despero is kind of lame. He was just in The Flash.
Yeah, like I said, he's a very obscure villain. Like as soon as I saw him, I knew who he was. But it's like he fights Jason Blood, and Jason Blood is basically he is like a knight from medieval times, but he gets cursed with
immortality.
Immortality, but like he also is like he shares a body with the demon Etrigan, and basically every now and then.
Oh wait, hold on. Mm-hmm. Daniela is on here. She said Leandro says hi.
Oh my God! What's up, Danny? This is my old roommate.
What up, Danny?
Holy crap! Tell Leandro I said hi. Tell him I freaking miss him, and you guys need to come over.
They're too busy being at the park all the time.
I do see that all the time. I see all their videos.
I mean, I feel like you said for us to tell them, but I mean, aren't they listening? Didn't you just tell them?
I'm sure Leandro's doing something way more cooler than
watching
us.
But what I was saying is, so the demon Etrigan, like basically he'll say a rhyme and he becomes the demon Etrigan, and demon Etrigan he's like the weirdest looking character, but he's like, you know, super strength and almost like impossible to beat. He's more of an anti-hero because he's not a bad guy or a good guy, so he probably won't show up on this list. But this Despero is another demon from that kind of like line.
Okay.
All right.
So Deathshot won that one. We're moving on to Lobo and Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Oh my god, yeah, okay.
Doomsday.
I love Lobo, but Doomsday wins this.
What's
Doomsday.
Doomsday? You guys already went over Lobo. Now who's Doomsday?
Doomsday is the one that killed Superman.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy. Doomsday
He's the bad guy.
He is the bad guy.
He's the bad guy that other bad guys are afraid of.
Yeah. So Doomsday is a genetic, like kind of like he was created to be like the ultimate destruction in the universe.
Yes.
And essentially he is a combination of like Kryptonian DNA, because Kryptonians are like on any other planet but their own are immortal, like they're gods. So he's like a combination of like Kryptonian DNA and a couple of other different things. He's designed to basically what am I looking for right now? He when you die and come back, he reincarnates.
Reincarnation.
He is designed to reincarnate. Anytime he dies, he'll reincarnate, and he's immune to whatever killed him. So every time you kill him, he becomes stronger.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Doomsday, basically, like the way you can't kill Doomsday. So what they have to do is you have to put him in a containment suit and then like knock him out. And he's like basically aimlessly floating through space and lands on Earth, and they activate his suit. Of course, humans not knowing what the hell they're doing, they get him out of the suit, and he just begins to grow. Is he in
human form?
No, he's like a big. He's almost like the Hulk, but with like spikes coming out of him.
That's what James said. He said the Hulk of the DC universe.
Yeah, but like I've always said that you put Hulk against Doomsday because that's like the most even fight, and that's just basically a forever fight because basically neither of them can beat each other.
Okay.
But yeah, Doomsday is like the ultimate villain. Who's he up against?
Lobo.
So Lobo is an alien bounty hunter. He's almost like the Deadpool of DC, even though Deathstroke is technically like he looks like Deadpool. Lobo, his personality is very Deadpool, so he's very sarcastic. He cusses a lot. He breaks the fourth wall. Things like that. But he's another bounty hunter that basically he hunts Superman. Right. But even then, like half the time, if he's not being paid to, he doesn't care about Superman. Right. So like he's one of those dudes that's just like, I'm just out for myself. Yeah. And he will tell you that he's like, I'm out for myself and I don't care who anybody else is.
He's like Han Solo.
He kind of is. So Lobo,
that's probably a really good a really good comparison.
It is
because I think I know that about Han Solo.
Yeah, it's very Han Solo before he joined the rebellion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I in my choice on this, I would go with Doomsday.
Yeah, you said that right off the bat.
As much as I love Lobo, but
all right. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Doomsday and 1 for Lobo. That James did. Wah wah.
He did that on purpose.
So hearing none and seeing none, I'm gonna go ahead and close this on Doomsday.
Doomsday.
And then as far as time check goes, we have 6 minutes.
Okay, so we'll go until I'm done with this piece here.
Okay.
All right.
Any closing remarks?
Yeah, we'll do it after this. But like, where are we on the bracket?
Oh,
can we run another couple before we end, or?
I mean, so on this side of the bracket we have one more.
One more. So let's just knock that out.
Oh no, just kidding.
2 more.
Wait, what? Oh no. The second one is like in a weird text, so I didn't see it. So it's 2 more. The next 2 are Captain Cold and Darkseid. Darkseid is the Justice League.
Yes.
Okay. He's the big bad guy. Yeah.
Okay, so I know who that is. Now, who is Captain Cold?
Captain Cold is another Flash villain. He's just basically like a regular dude that has like a ice gun. He's Mr. Freeze, but without like
The
containment
Arnold
suit.
Schwarzenegger version?
You can do that, yeah.
Okay.
But he's like Mr. Freeze, but without like the containment suit thing. He's just like a regular dude version of Mr. Freeze.
The Thanos of the DC universe.
That's who Darkseid is.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm missing a piece.
Oh no. You have to find it. I didn't lose it.
It's a pretty major piece.
Oh no. Uh-oh. It sounded like you hit your head.
He did hit his head.
Oh, my head!
That's how you know this is live, people, not edited.
Shit!
Hey.
We can cuss on the show.
No,
There
but
are kids listening.
don't have to say it so loud. And by the way, Danny said that Leandro freaked out because we gave him a shout out.
Oh, I will shout that kid out all
Oh,
day.
What? Any tacos? Are there any tacos down there?
No,
Oh, did you find it?
no.
Oh no.
He said, James in the chat said that it's probably lost with his Funko Pop glasses.
Probably is.
You lost a piece.
Yeah,
You literally can't go any further without that.
because it's
It's an they're all integral pieces. They have to be. Like, you
no,
can't
it is
lose
one of those pieces that like is on there, but I don't remember dropping anything.
All right, Tyler, start looking for the piece we need.
Tyler's like, which piece is it? And then he runs it over right now.
When he was rebuilding the Batman cowl, we had to go get a piece that was broken from. We borrowed it from Tyler next door.
James was wondering if you found any tacos under the desk. I wouldn't trust those tacos.
He also wants to know if we found his glasses.
Glasses don't exist.
Well, we'll look for it. It could be anywhere. Okay, so Captain Cold versus.
That sounds like a lame villain.
He's
And he's going up against Darkseid.
That's what I'm saying. He's formidable against the Flash.
Yeah.
He's not going to do anything against Darkseid.
No.
So Darkseid wins that 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No taco left behind.
The way that you said that.
No tacos.
Oh, I think I know what I did.
You messed up.
Yep.
Uh-oh. He done messed up, Aaron.
I think I used it in another place. I'm double checking right now.
Listen here, Jack
Uh-oh.
Quillen.
Jack
I did.
Quillen. Jack Quillen and Aaron.
I did. So I was wondering why I had this other piece. I was like, when do I use this? And it's because I used it in the wrong place.
Oh no. Did you fix it?
Yep.
Okay, yay.
All right, got it. So I didn't lose a piece. I just used it in the wrong place.
Crisis averted.
Mhm.
Yes.
Crisis averted.
Crisis averted.
I found my scotch. Oh God, I haven't done that voice in so long.
What?
Phil Burgundy.
Phil Burgundy. Crisis averted. I found my scotch.
All right, so I guess Darkseid is gonna win this with basically like 3 votes.
And on that note, I got to get out of here.
All right.
All
Been
right.
fun. I gotta go tend to the tiny terrorist.
No worries. I'm almost done with this. I'm just gonna finish up this last part right here, Jack. So let's knock out this side of the bracket.
I don't have anywhere to be. Just for your curiosity, the next bracket is Brainiac versus Vandal Savage.
Brainiac wins everything.
No, but Vandal Savage is an immortal that can't die.
All right, I'm gonna listen to you guys argue about that. I'm out of here, guys. I had a great time. I will see you guys on the flip side.
See
All
ya.
right.
Holla.
And my vote is Brainiac.
Brainiac. Okay, I got it.
So let me explain the two. They're both Superman villains.
Okay.
Brainiac is, well, there's a couple of different iterations of Brainiac. My favorite iteration of him is that he was the AI from Krypton before Krypton like exploded.
Okay.
But his entire like reason for existence, he's a robot, is to like he was built to categorize different species around like the entire universe.
Okay.
And his directive after a while, like that he kind of taught himself, was in order to preserve the memory of species, he has to catalog the species and then kill off the entire species. Right.
That's pretty much my philosophy.
And the whole thing is like there's a subplot in one of the comics where where Brainiac basically he does the same thing for Krypton, right? So he destroys Krypton because he's trying to preserve the actual memory of it.
Okay.
But like Brainiac is like one of those, again, like Omega level villains. He pretty much he's like super strong and he can kill anything that gets in his way. Vandal Savage is the first superhuman. So
Okay.
Vandal Savage is he's technically a Neanderthal.
Okay.
Right. And he essentially, like, a meteor hits Earth with like this like material that makes him immortal, but it also like expands his memory. So he basically becomes like strong, like super smart, but over all of like time, like human existence, he's been in the background of everything. So he's like influenced wars and he's influenced everything.
So he's like Bill Murray.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, he's basically like just influenced everything, but he also is immortal and can't die, like
Bill Murray.
Like Bill Murray. So he's one of those characters where, yeah, you can argue that that Brainiac could win a fight between him and Vandal Savage, but like their Darkseid has relied on Vandal Savage in the past to like influence events on Earth.
Wait, Vandal has relied on Darkseid?
No, Darkseid has relied on Vandal Savage.
Oh, okay.
So Vandal Savage,
what makes him a villain?
Because he always like it's always something personal for him, so it's always like trying to get more personal wealth for him. But also his entire everything that he does is for himself. So it's like whatever he has to do to gain more power, whatever he has to do to subjugate the people of Earth, is his entire
only
goal.
Earth?
Well, yeah, his whole thing is only on Earth. Whereas Darkseid is like the same thing, but for like entire universes.
Got it. Okay. So who's your vote for, Brainiac or Vandal Savage? Brainiac sounds like a nerd, so that's my vote. That's my vote.
You don't vote for Brainiac because he's a nerd?
No, I said. Well, what I meant to say was Brainiac sounds like a nerd, so I'm gonna vote for him.
Gotcha. I think ultimately between the two, because it is kind of a hard argument over who would win that. Ultimately, I think I would go Brainiac.
Okay. So that's 3 for Brainiac and 1 for Vandal Savage. Who was it? Tyler voted for Vandal Savage.
Nice.
Yep. All right. So to recap the recap on the recap on the recap.
The recap of the recap.
Boston cream pie versus. No, I'm just kidding.
That would have been funny.
All right. Let's see. I will take your vote, Greg, but it was for Brainiac, and Brainiac already won. Yay. So we're going to recap the Justice League villain bracket with synopsis.
Synopsis.
First, we had Deathstroke versus Gorilla Grodd, aka Gorilla Grotto.
Gorilla Grotto.
Deathstroke won that. Then we have the Joker versus Johnny Quick. The Joker won that. Then we have I started abbreviating and that was dumb. General Zod. You know what I want to say every time I see that? Is Gorilla Zoe.
Gorilla Zoe, the rapper.
Yeah. So we have Gorilla. See, I said it again. General Zod versus Bane.
Kneel before Zod.
And General Zod actually won that. Then we have Granny Goodness versus Prometheus because nobody knew who the hell Prometheus was.
Even the nerd who reads comic books didn't know who Prometheus was.
Aaron Watson said Vandal Savage, Randy Savage's little brother.
I know he's like baiting me.
Oh yeah!
That's what he was doing. He's just baiting me to do that.
I would have thought that. That makes sense. Okay, so Granny Goodness versus Prometheus. Nobody knew who Prometheus was, so Granny Goodness
I think either way, Granny Goodness would have won that.
won that.
Yeah.
Then we have Despero versus Deadshot. Deadshot won that one.
Mhm.
Then we had Lobo versus Doomsday. Doomsday won that one.
Mhm.
Then we have Captain Cold versus Darkseid. Darkseid won that.
God.
And then last but
Darkseid would crush that dude's head in like a heartbeat.
and then last but not least, Brainiac versus Vandal Savage, and Brainiac did reign victorious. So yeah, so I guess tune in next week to finish that bracket. Should I do a preview of the other side of the bracket?
Sure, that's actually a good idea.
So a preview of the other side of the bracket is, again, I'm going to pronounce all of these funny.
I'll try and correct any ones that you said wrong.
Amazo.
Amazo is a robot. We'll go over him.
Oh Lord. Okay. Black Manta.
Black Mana.
Mana. Sorry, there is an N in there. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Sinestro.
Sinestro. You said that right.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
Felix Faust.
Faust. He's actually a literary character.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go over that next week. Dr. Destiny.
Okay.
Anti-Monitor.
The Anti-Monitor, yeah.
Anti-Monitor. Orm.
Okay, you said that correct.
Starro,
yeah.
Starro.
He was in the new Justice League, the new Suicide Squad movie.
Ultraman.
Okay.
Steppenwolf. I know that is.
Yeah.
Isn't that from Wonder Woman?
Well, no, he was in Justice League.
Oh, okay. Owlman, Cheetah.
You say Owlman?
Yeah.
Owlman's in this? That's funny.
Owlman, Cheetah, Solomon Grundy.
Yep, you said that perfectly. Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't The Rock play Black Adam?
Yes.
I knew that. I saw that the other day.
The Rock is playing Black Adam. I am very excited for that.
And then Lex Luthor. You have to tell me more about who that guy is.
You don't know who Lex Luthor is?
No, I know who that is.
I was gonna say, I would kind of been upset with that.
No, I know who that is. And then he's up against Captain Cold. It repeats. Maybe
they repeated Captain Cold.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have to find an alternate for that.
Yeah, but there's other cold-based characters that we can put in there.
Yeah. So that is the preview for next week's bracket. Hopefully, I will be in the mood to rejoin y'all. So do we have any closing business? Oh, look, a little gavel.
Little hammer.
Okay.
Closing
business. Cons, the download.
Yeah, right.
Game streams.
All of those things.
Tacos
on the table.
Stars. What else?
We have merch.
We have merch,
people.
What kind of merch do we have? Shirts.
We have shirts.
Banana hammocks.
We have banana hammocks. There is a distance nerding cannon. If you want to support the situation going on in the Ukraine, we do have distance nerding branded tanks, and we can send them out there for the Ukrainians.
Wait, do you mean like tank tops?
No, like gun tanks.
Oh my gosh.
Tanks. Like they shoot things.
If anybody is interested in anything Ukraine related, please let Philippe know, and I could get you a. My brother actually lives in Poland, and he has been not fostering, sheltering Ukrainian refugees at his house in Poland. So he's got a lot of really good resources to helping Ukrainian refugees in Poland.
It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, he's cool sometimes.
Sometimes. I'm actually almost done. I'm on the last little build piece here. What's happening next week?
Oh yeah, we have to talk about what's happening next week. Is that again?
James Durbin is a runner-up from and also fan favorite from American Idol.
Oh, okay.
And-
And where did you guys meet him?
We met him at Capitola Collecticon.
Oh, okay.
Super cool dude. But yeah, he's gonna be coming on the show next week.
That's exciting. That's exciting. Do you
Just
guys
for
know
an
what you're
hour.
going to talk about?
Not yet. He's only gonna be on for an hour for the first hour.
Okay.
And I know that Greg is gonna come on.
Yes, Greg was saying that he's done some research and he has some questions for you.
Sweet, because yeah, Greg, works in the music industry as well. So
What?
yeah, so that's why I figured it'd be good to have him on. If you're up for it, I would love for you to be on too, but
Oh, no.
that's up to you. But
I'll
you're
just-
also facilitating the bracket.
I'll just be derpy.
Derpy, that's fine.
Okay.
So those are all the extra pieces. So guys, let me show you the progress. Current progress on the Batmobile right now. Ugh.
Okay, Philippe, let's not leave it on your truck, okay?
It's not leaving this room. But it looks like a lot of it is like the inside of the ship and everything like that, or the car and everything. So you can see like there's like a shift knob here, whole bunch of like little like screens that Batman can probably look at on here, things down there and all that. Yeah, it's just the base of it so far. That's all one bag. That's really big.
That's one bag?
Yeah. Well, it's considered one bag, even though it was like
is it multiple
4
bags?
bags. Yeah. But it's considered bag number 1. So next week I'll be doing bag number 2, which only 2 bags. So I should be able to get at least through 2 and 3 next week.
Yeah. I think we're going to be doing this one for a while if the ship took that long.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, James Durbin will be on next week from 6 to 7. And we'll have Squints on.
Yes.
And Jack, if she is up to it, because she does have a DC bracket that we're getting through here, and that'd be great. Outside of that, I think we're done. I think it's dance party time.
Dance party time.
Yeah.
Did we find James's legs from last week?
Yeah, his legs are right here.
Okay.
I'll give you the young James.
Okay.
You can also take the young Phil. You can just play with the Distance Nerding crew there.
Whoa, I thought you were going to say something totally different.
That's weird. Don't be weird. That's usually you saying that. Let me switch my cameras here real quick so we can get into this dance party. James, if you're still in the chat, dude, is there anything that you want to bring up for us to make sure that everybody knows? Am I being dumb and not remembering stuff?
Any old business?
Any business that we need to do? Oh, you know
what are you going to do? I think James left the chat a long time ago. Uh-oh, the boss is away. Now the cats can play.
There we go. I'm gonna do that.
That was kind of a weird shot.
Guys, I was trying to make sure you guys saw my crotch there because I wanted everyone to see my crotch.
Then the last comment is not that, but the last comment says that, and it's gonna be 3 feet long.
That works so well right there. Yes. Yes. All right.
All right.
Let's get into this dance party.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, look how cute those guys are.
Distance nerding.
See you guys next week. Or on Wednesday. On Wednesday. Bye.